bit at the start of a gig where you find out what audiences are from. You've got a nice diverse room, I like that. Because I'm mixed race, right? So I never get asked where I'm from, right? I only ever get asked where I'm from. Happened recently, I was outside of a pub waiting for a friend, a woman crosses the street, goes, "Excuse me, where are you from?" So I said, "Luton." And she goes, "No." Because I've got ambiguous ethnicity, right? If you want to know where I'm from, my mum's white and my dad left. My dad is very different to me, right? For most of my life, my dad's been on and off the wagon for drugs and alcohol, in and out of prison. And I realise I don't look like the kind of guy who's got a dad who went to prison, right? I mean, I look like the villain at a dance academy. I look like I should be up against a locker telling a freshman he'll never make regionals. I only saw my dad in prison once. I was about 8 years old, so I don't really remember that much, right? I was 8 years old. What I do remember is I crushed Show and Tell that Monday. I fucking crushed it, right? Because other kids are like, "This weekend, I went picking strawberries with my uncle. Here's your strawberry." I'm in the back of the class like, "Bitch, that's trash." My turn rolls around, I'm like, "This weekend, I went to prison to visit my dad. This is a snitch's thumb." Teacher's like, "And what did you learn this weekend, Nathan?" "I'm not to keep your mouth shut." I live in London, I rent. Give me a cheer if you rent. Okay, nice. Give me a cheer if you own. Get up! No, it's fine. No, we'll wait for the revolution, it's fine. I hate renting, man. I fucking hate renting, it sucks. Worst thing about renting is having a landlord, right? So I've got to check everything I want to do with my fucking landlord, right? It's pathetic. I'm a 35-year-old man, and I have to ask another man who's 7 years my junior if I can use Blue Tack. It's embarrassing to me, right? Everything I want to do, I've got to ask my landlord, like, "I want a dog." I want a nice little dog. I ask my landlord, "Steve, can I get a dog?" He goes, "I don't think it's a good idea, Nathan." "How do I know you get a dog? It's not going to shit all over the flat." "Steve, how do you know? I'm not going to shit all over the fucking flat." "I'm a repulsive, petty little bitch. Let me have a puppy." "This flat will look like Willy Wonka's chocolate river, motherfucker. Let me have a puppy." That's my landlord. I have to live my fucking life. But I don't have to ask my landlord to have a baby, right? I don't have to check in on landlords. Here's my plan, right? Here's my little workaround. I'm gonna have 19 babies, but raise them as dogs. Fucks with your head, right? And like, I hate it, because I'm never gonna buy a will inherit. Just a waiting game, baby. Just a waiting game. Every time I go to my mum's place, I make sure the steps are nice and slippery. Fucks with your head though, right? Like, I was watching, like, the housing market fucks with you. I was watching Shawshank Redemption the other day. Have you seen that movie? Yeah, it's a great movie, right? There's a bit, you know, like, Brooks, he leaves prison, he goes out into the outer world, and he can't handle it, so he hangs himself. He puts a rope over these beams, and he hangs himself. And the whole time I'm just thinking, look at the cubic footage in this flat. Ooh. Beams? La-di-da! Nice for some! I got... My ceiling is here, right? If I was gonna hang myself, I'd have to kneel. And I take the knee for no one. Not even death. It's bleak, right? I live in East London. Give me a cheer if you're from East London. Okay, nice of you. Welcome, my fellow cunts. We're the cunts of London, we are. But my area is fucking gentrified, man. My area is so gentrified that my nearest McDonald's plays classical music. So it's real, right? I was in the other day and I looked it up, and it turns out it's actually got nothing to do with gentrification. McDonald's plays classical music in high violence areas to stop people from fighting. Right? You're nodding your head like, I know, I fucked someone up in Bow. Fuck. Yeah, they play, like, I guess you there's a brain, it calms you down, right? So if you're at a McDonald's and you can hear Mozart, Chopin, Beethoven, then you are about to get fucked up. run, right? The same logic, if you can hear something intense like killing the name or smack my bitch up, then you've stumbled into a town full of pussies. You fuck them up. And it makes sense, right? Because McDonald's is fucking crazy, man. I don't know if you've been to McDonald's past nightfall, but it turns people into savages. You go to McDonald's past nightfall, you don't look for the big M in the sky. You look to the ground where you'll find a drunk girl crouched down barefoot, going to town on a hamburger like Gollum by the riverbank. You go inside, people are fighting, people are fucking. There's one guy there with his family for some reason. You're like, why have you brought kids here, dude? Why have you introduced your children into this culinary squid game? There's one guy in MDMA trying to start a conversation like, right mate, you like chips? For those of you who might be unfamiliar with MDMA, it's a crystal-like substance that turns perfect strangers into potential business partners. Carnage. It makes sense right there. So with classical music, it calms you down, right? And I get it, 'cause, right, as a genre of music, like it's visceral, but it stirs the soul more than it stirs the body, right? Like, you can't fight to classical music in the same way you can't fuck to classical music. Like, if you're fucking to classical music, then you are a serial killer. If you're fucking to classical music, you're either a serial killer or about to be the victim of a serial killer. What I like about that joke, there was one guy somewhere in the room who's like, wife's packing her bags. I'm sorry, I don't know what, I just got to give it this, it's called Liquid Death. Do you know what's in, anyone's had this before? Do you know what's in it? Yeah, I mean, the tech bros in the front of it. It contains water. It's liquid death. It's so insane. That's how like fucked up masculinity is right now. Like, men can't hydrate without feeling like a bitch. I will not drink water unless it's called Liquid Death. I will not have a mini milk unless it's called Mr. Freeze's veiny cock. I'm trying to drink more water. It's fucking hard drinking water, man. I feel about water the same way pandas feel about mating, right? I know I'm supposed to, but I just can't be fucked. You know, not unless a Chinese zookeeper tricks me. That's anyway, what's gonna happen. In fact, I'm anxious at the stage of my life becoming boring. That's what's a big thing for me. I always want to like search for adventure, especially when I'm traveling, right? Like last year, me and my best friend did our dream trip to California. We're in San Francisco, and I'm always looking for somewhere off the beaten track, right? We're outside this bar. It's about 11 at night, and there's these two guys across the street. You know, you can sense that someone's talking about you, but you can't quite catch them out. And the leader of the pack comes over to speak to me. His friend hangs back on the other side of the street, lit in the cone of the street light. Leader of the pack sees him smoking, looks at the cigarette in my hand, and goes, "Hey man, you got a light?" "Yeah, here you go, mate." "You from the United Kingdom? Where you from?" "I'm from London." Now his friend wants to be part of the conversation, but for some reason refuses to cross the street. He's like, "Where are they from?" "They're from London." "How long are you here in San Francisco for?" "Just a couple days." "How long?" "A couple days." "You been to Pier 39? "No, what's Pier 39? "I can tell you." "Why not?" "You must see Pier 39 with your own eyes. You must see Pier 39. You must smell Pier 39. You must be touched by Pier 39. But do not leave San Francisco without seeing, smelling, and being touched by Pier 39. We talk about Pier 39? I'm telling them. When you go back in the club, you forget about them, right? A few days later, we're walking around, middle of the day, so last day in San Francisco, and we see a sign. Pier 31. We're close. I'm like, if these two freaks are recommending it, we've got to go, right? It's gonna be something fucked up, like a sleazy underground drugs den, yes please, or maybe simply street performers, or maybe both, crackrobats. I need to know. Maybe a sleazy underground massage parlor, all right. Maybe all three, back, sack, and crackrobats. We swirl with anticipation as we count the piers, and we get to Pier 39. What we see when we get there are two large platforms with 60 to 70 sea lions, barking, screaming, pissing, shitting over you. It's a bunch of fucking sea lions. I'm like, this is what you have to see? I Googled it. It turns out it's not something off the beaten track. It's San Francisco's #3 tourist attraction. #3! So that's like me and my mate hanging around Leicester Square, rolling up in a couple of tourists and being like, hey man, you been to the M&M store? My mates across the street like, you talking about the snowman? I'm telling them. Guys, I've been Nathan Darcy Roberts. You've been fucking lovely. Have a great rest of the night.